Today, we have the final full moon before the eclipse season starts. We will want to hit the ground running when the solar eclipse appears, and the full moon gives us the energy to prepare through closure, completion, reflection, healing. It offers us an opportunity for growth, for transformation, and alignment with our path. So embrace this moment with care, with self-compassion, with a sense of purpose. It's also a time of great potential. By releasing the old, nurturing your well-being, expressing gratitude, recommitting to your path, you can harness its energies to navigate life's journey with intention and fulfillment. So sit back, relax, let's explore the cosmic energies, and together we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, how to utilize this energy, and move forward successfully today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for September the 29th, 2023. So let's start with the numerology. We have the 29 energy. Now the 29 energy, it signifies a learning period, okay? So pay attention to any kind of opportunities that may appear. Do not overlook, do not ignore any possibilities. Be open to new ideas and definitely accept help when it's offered. Now, if we go 2 plus 9, it is an 11. It is a master number. So the 11 does ask more of us, but the rewards are that much greater. Now, under 11 energy, things can come at us quite quickly, and decisions need to be made quite quickly. So we have to really stay on our toes. And under a full moon energy, you want to focus on moving through past mistake thoughts. I should have, I could have, I might have, or I shouldn't have, I couldn't have. Thoughts and actions that we feel that we made a huge mistake in the past, and we need to let go of that, move through that, let that go, and start to select the right combination of attitudes that are going to bring in that desired result. Dreams can be quite visionary too, so keep a piece of paper and a pencil beside your nightstand so that the minute you wake up you can start writing down what your dreams are telling you or what happened in your dream. It may not make sense when you're writing it. It may make more sense or bring in a sense of clarity as your day goes forward. But oftentimes the minute we wake up is the minute we start losing that dream. And if we don't bring it front of mind, it's gone forever. We want those messages loud and clear. Numerology of the day, 9 plus 11 plus 7 is a 27. Now the 27 energy is a very fertile and creative energy, especially our minds. Inventive ideas may surface under that. And 2 plus 7 is a 9. So we are making room for what needs to come into our life. Okay, that is the truest energy of the full moon that you can get. So we are gifted with the 9 energy today to allow us the extra energy to start doing that today. Sun is in Libra and the moon is in Aries, and they create a full moon at 6 degrees. Now 6 degrees is looking at our habits and behaviors, right? It's changing them. It's understanding what doesn't work in our life and where we need to release and let go in order to make room for the new behaviors to come in, right? Now, under a full moon, okay, we could act very erratically. We could feel tension, fatigue. Okay, it also marks a very potent opportunity for personal growth and transformation. The full moon is a powerful time to release what no longer serves you. It's a chance to let go of old habits, thoughts, emotions that may be holding you back. And by releasing the past, you create the space for the new beginnings, the fresh opportunities. So embrace this time as an invitation to grow, to evolve. I just came across an article. Research has now determined that during full moons, we tend to sleep less, which can lead to those feelings of restlessness and anxiety. So we need to prioritize self-care under a full moon. And that includes the 48 hours prior or leading up to the full moon and 48 hours after the main event. So take care of yourself by getting enough rest, by taking times out for relaxation, for meditation, for prayer, or maybe just to sit quietly for a moment or two. Calm your body, calm your mind. It also invites you to recommit yourself to old projects, relationships. It's a time when we're more apt to understand what truly matters to us and where we want to invest our time, our energy as we go forward. So essentially the moon and the sun are opposing each other in the sky. So Libra seeks balance and harmony, cooperation. Aries is independent, assertive, taking the initiative. And so our mission under this full moon is to find the balance between our need for personal freedom and our commitment to relationships, partnerships, obligations. Now, the only other thing that's happening during this full moon, usually I have all kinds of transits to talk about, and that's why I spent a little bit more time taking the time to explain just what every full moon is about. But here we only have one transit, and that is Uranus and, oh my gosh, Venus? Uranus and Venus. And they're squaring each other, I believe. Uranus is innovation, unpredictability, liberation. Things happen on a dime. Venus represents love, relationships, money. And when these two planets form a square, it can have a very profound impact on our lives. And this will be lasting, I think, into the first couple of days of October. So it moves with harmony with this full moon energy. So it may test the stability of your relationships by bringing in unexpected urges, sudden attractions. You may feel an increased need for freedom and excitement, which can challenge your patience with a loved one or them with you. Okay, it's important to maintain a very open mind and communicate during this time with a lover, with a very close friend. And sudden attractions and unconventional feelings can bubble up under this energy. So with communication, with compromise, with some understanding, I think a lot of the drama can be minimized. Just understand that it's coming at you. Look at that. We got the Fool here underneath. Personal values, desires can definitely go under the microscope and transform. And we could be being drawn to new interests, hobbies, forms of self-expression. Maybe you always like to sketch and now you're getting into paints or you're getting into sculpting. And the transformation can lead to conflicts with loved ones, okay? Whose values might differ from the ones that are evolving right now. They know you as one person and you're transforming into another, and that does shake up relationships quite often. So communication is vital. Okay, strong relationships, that'll be a little tiny bump. But if there's already problems, underlying problems in your relationship, then chances are it'll be a lot more drama, a lot more chaos within the relationships themselves. Okay, Uranus square Venus creates tensions too with authority figures or individuals who represent those conventional norms in your life. Your desire for independence will probably clash with their expectations and advice. So finding a balance between your need to follow your dreams and what others expect of you is key here. So pay attention to where you feel stifled, where you feel burdened, where you feel pushed down, maybe feel unappreciated, feel like your talents aren't being utilized. You don't have a flair, a passion anymore. Pay attention to these things. Those things are asking you, are pushing you towards new ideas. So keep your eyes open. It's that kind of energy. Venus governs art and beauty, so you could explore new forms of artistic expression. Okay, but we appreciate unconventional beauty much more now. So this is when you decide to redecorate a room and it turns out just funky, weird, cool, right? Because you were drawn to the unique, the original, when you were deciding what drapes you were going to have and what kind of furniture you're going to have and stuff like that. So unconventional beauty, you see the beauty in it. Maybe 100 people won't see the beauty in it, but you see it and you're being drawn to these kinds of things right now. So it's a time to embrace your uniqueness and individualities, even if it challenges the traditional norms, because truly it's bringing out a part of you that maybe you don't even know. Social circles can also shift as you gravitate towards people who share and embrace your newfound sense of individuality. I'm thinking faster than I'm talking. And with Venus, be prepared. Be prepared for unexpected financial bumps in the road. The energy is asking us to consider our financial strategies to accommodate unforeseen surprises. And chances are we'll get an unforeseen surprises if we do have problems managing our money. We'll be forced to look at patterns in our life when it comes to spending, investing, and saving. Okay, so now while the unpredictability of Uranus square Venus feels very unsettling, it offers opportunities for greater authenticity, for self-discovery, for learning how to love yourself, embracing change. Embracing change is it's mandatory. It's mandatory for personal growth, authenticity, and fulfillment. I can't talk. Yeah, let's turn to the cards. See what the cards have to say. So it's a very intense full moon. I do bring up that the solar eclipse will be the next moon for us because this is about releasing and closure, and we need to let go of things. We need to leave it in the past. We don't want our focus to go somewhere else, need to be somewhere else, and something from the past pops up and says, hey, remember me? You didn't take care of me before, and now it's mandatory. And it throws you off your game, right? It puts you behind when you want to move forward. It shows up at very inopportune times. So take control of those little things over the next several weeks. Okay, what needs completion? Do you need to file your taxes? Do you need to go and pay your bills? Do you need to make some doctor's appointments or a dentist appointment? Or, what are the things that, the things that you don't want to do, and you've been putting off and it really needs to be done? Maybe it's the oil change in the car. Just don't overlook things because you don't want these things to create havoc down the road when you are experiencing that beautiful solar eclipse that we'll be having. Okay. Now, the shadow card, the underlying energy for the entire full moon. I was going to say solar eclipse, but it's not for the solar eclipse. It's for the full moon. Oh my gosh, it's the Fool. He was underneath there, but you saw me shuffle him up. I moved him all around the deck, and he still appeared at the very bottom. We will be focused on the brand new experiences. We'll be focused on how little we actually need to go forward in the way we want to. We will look at we're looking at all the things we don't need. I mean, the Fool is usually pictured standing on a cliff, a hilltop, with his companion, his dog, his best friend. Man's best friend is right there next with him. But he carries like a little hobo suitcase, a little kerchief with a couple of belongings in there, maybe a change of clothes and a toothbrush. Because essentially, you don't need much when you're stepping out. Now, if you ever looked at the tarot cards in the Fool's journey, okay, the Fool is actually a zero energy. Okay, we are the Fool, and we are constantly transforming. We are constantly evolving. We learn information, we grow from information, we hit challenges, we have successes, and then we come back to being the Fool again. And taking it to the next level, and the next level, and the next level each time we go around. And we walk through each of the cards, so to speak, until we hit the 21 energy. So the Fool is also known to many tarot card readers, and I don't pull it up much, but for some reason it's present in my mind today. We had the 11 master number, but also the Fool is a 22 master number. So know as you walk through life, it's just a natural byproduct of evolving that your intuition becomes stronger. Okay, visionary dreams and ideas and those things become stronger. When you were 5 years old, you didn't think of, owning a a store and then franchising it out and having 150 employees and where your net bank statement was, and you didn't worry about any of that, right? So, but as we go through things, we learn what things we have to put a value on, what things we have to let go, some things that we want to incorporate because they're a part of us, some things we have to let go because they're a part of us, and it works in detriment. So we hone our skills. We have the Queen of Swords as the very first card. Protect your dreams. Okay, this is not a time to go out and share it with the world, I don't think. It's more of an internal conversation that you need to have with yourself. You go out and try and tell somebody your dream right now, chances are it's going to fall on deaf ears. They're going to think you're crazy. Why would you take a chance like that? Nobody's really successful. The market is full of those people. Really, you're going to go against that kind of competition. You know, you hear all kinds of things trying to talk you out of it, attacking your dream, attacking your goal. So this is a time when we sit there with our sword poised. We will use the sword if we need to cut out the negativity, the people who don't support us, the environments that don't support us, and go in search of those environments and those people that do. I just need a little sip of water. My apologies. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups next. And this is about love. This is about communication and love. This is a card that tells us that we need to sit with somebody that we love and just spend the day with them. Have a picnic with them. Go for a ride in the country. Go for a picnic. Go for a glass of wine. He holds a goblet there in his hand. He's dressed in his Sunday best. He doesn't have any armor on. He doesn't even have a weapon right now. He's all about picking you up and taking you away, whisking you away for a beautiful romantic getaway for a couple of hours. And I think this is, because it's the second card in, this is vitally important that we do these things if we're in a relationship, to make time for that person in our life, to not let other things take us away. And there will be, it's life. Things always take us away. And the first person that we're the most comfortable saying, yeah, gotta cancel to, is the people that we love the most, because we know they'll understand and we know that they will love us when you do show up, right? But the problem here is right now is when you need this togetherness. You need to join your hearts. You need to have some conversations, or just sit quietly and hold hands, or walk through a park holding hands, or sit on a park bench and hold hands. You know, it's a time to reconnect with each other, to talk about different things. And we are in a very transformative energy. So we will be talking about the tomorrows and the next years and where are we going and how do we proceed. So give it the time and the energy it not only needs, but it deserves. We have the Four of Wands. My goodness, it's all about partnerships and relationships. And this is about celebrating the little successes. Okay, I want you to think back to when you first dated the person. If you're not in a relationship, just go with the flow on this one for a little bit and see how it works into your life. With other things, with jobs, or people in the workplace, people in the community, people within the family. But the phone would ring, and it'd be them. And you were so excited to, and you celebrated the fact that the phone rang and it was them on the other side because they wanted to talk to you. They dropped you off at your house maybe, and so they lingered dropping you off and not wanting to break that connection at that point in time. And and you walk into the house in a daydream almost because it was so beautiful, and you're full of romantic thoughts. And then as we get to know each other, we celebrate each other a lot less, and then the phone rings and it's like I'm at work, what do you need? Right? And that's how we shift in the relationship, and this energy is asking us to just shift back a little bit and celebrate each other and the little things about each other. of where you have grown, of where you have accomplished, and of where you want to accomplish going forward. I'm not really sure why Milo is barking. I may have to just pause this because I don't have the luxury of asking Paul. Okay, my apologies. So he was barking this spring and summer. If you were watching me, you know that there was a family of foxes in my backyard. So, and I would go, really I was warning the foxes, my dogs, but their word is careful. So when I would go out the door yelling, careful, 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 it would slow my dogs down, and you'd see all the little baby foxes look up and around and then go into their little burrow, right? So they haven't wandered too far off, and they do end up in my backyard. So Milo was peeking out the window and he saw them, so he decided to alert me. And it was funny because, I know baby dogs, they have a special scent to them, right? They got that baby doggy breath, right? And I wonder if foxes do the same, because my dogs would be sniffing right around where their burrow was without a hint. Like they were picking up something, but it was so faint they didn't know what it was, and then they just get distracted on something else and move away. It didn't like hone them in to that particular spot. And mom and dad would usually show up, early in the evening to check on the pups. I don't know if they stayed the night, but I'd see them early in the morning. They'd have the pups out playing and stuff. So, but now the mom and dad seem to be gone, and the couple of the pups are left in the area, and Milo spotted them. So, okay, we have, look at this, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is one that tells us that we have accomplished things in our life, and we need to look back on those accomplishments. We need to, I didn't even finish this card here though. I maybe I did. Okay, this is the marriage card. Okay, the partnership card. But I saw it more as celebrating the little things that we do. Like we have 4 wands stuck in the ground. So we got our foundation mapped out. We threw up a little bit of garland so it looks a little prettier. And we're far way off from where we need to be, of course, in the relationship. But it's wonderful, and we've begun something wonderful. And that's really where the card sits. But I kind of got it more as we need to almost back it up a little bit and start celebrating the fact that when you walk through the door, they're there. When you pick up the phone, they're there. Spending time together, and reigniting a sense of romance, maybe some mystery within the relationship again. Okay. The Six of Wands is one that tells us that we have been successful in the past. Of course we have. We're walking, we're talking, got some of the things right. Even know how to eat with a fork and spoon. So we can accomplish things. And this is about going forward and planning on accomplishing more. This is not a time to kick back and relax. This is not a time to take a breather. This is a time to understand that we have accomplished something in the past. Many things in the past. So we are people that can accomplish whatever we set our minds to, and start to go after your goals forward. Start thinking about your tomorrow. One more is the happily ever after card. Think of your big picture. Think of your best life ever. Okay? And I want you to just really stop and think about it. Take that breath in and let it out slowly. Close your eyes and just go within and see yourself celebrating your goals met, your successes. What are you wearing? What's the look on your face? Are other people around rewarding you and shaking your hand and patting you on the back and telling you what a great success you are, and they knew you could do it? And what are the colors? Well, what's the car in the driveway look like? What does the condo or the house or the apartment that you're moving into look like? Or the mansion look like? You got your 8-car garage there. One for that you just like driving every day, but you got the seven cars, one for each day of the week too, if you so choose. Dream it. And see yourself happy, see yourself savoring the moment of victory, of joy, of happiness, and add things into it. Add things into it until you are almost afraid of that dream. Like if it came true. You know, people have an easier time when I'm talking to people. I'll ask them about their dream and, you know, how do they look and everything. And they'll kind of give me a simulation. And then I'll say, you got a lottery ticket for... Yeah, got a lottery ticket, some of them will say. And I'll go, what will happen if you win? Oh my goodness, I just don't know. Like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, there's a possibility because I have this ticket. There's a possibility because you are an intelligent, beautiful, unique soul with talents and abilities. You should be that way about when I say, what do you see in your big picture? You should just be, oh, it's so great. I just don't know. I mean, it's just, everything's perfect. I'm wearing that outfit because I lost 30 pounds somewhere along the lines because now I look a lot thinner and I'm looking great. My hair is fabulous, by the way. You know, this is what I'd like to hear back when I'm asking about your best life ever. But usually when I ask them about the lottery ticket, because everybody's had that conversation, right? Some people call it their retirement program. So, but really get involved in the dreaming of it, okay? Because right now, if you just started from scratch, it's the first time you've ever heard it and you said, okay, Telly, I'm going to do this. I'm going to imagine my best life ever. It's just a thought, okay? It's just a thought. And thoughts, well, we can call out thoughts, we can investigate thoughts, we can throw thoughts in the garbage, but we could take them to a belief. Those thoughts become a belief in ourselves, a belief in our talents, our abilities, and what we can do if we put our minds to it, if we show up, if we do the work. Now, after that, it becomes a conviction. Okay? And that's like this card of having a conviction. It doesn't matter what anybody says about your dreams, your goals, your desires, because you know that you're right. You know that this is the way forward. And they can tell you just about anything and it'll go in one ear and out the other ear because you have conviction. And when you have conviction about your dreams, your goals, your desires, guess what happens? Your happily ever after does show up. And the funny thing about happily ever afters is when you get there, that's when you decide what to really do with your life. Once you've been on all the vacations around the world, and you've bought 3 or 4 properties and you're wearing all of the most beautiful outfits and you know there's more money in the bank than you can ever spend, that is when the true you comes out to what you want to do sometimes. So let's get to that point, okay, and then see where we go from there. Let's get an oracle card. You notice Milo coming in here grunting because I put up the baby gate. Now he can't go up the staircase and look out and see if the foxes are still there. So now he's acting like he has to go outside. I don't think that'd be a very good idea. So, okay. Our oracle card is make a decision. The 11 energy. I kid you not. Look at this. The full moon is about making decisions on how you want to go forward and understanding what kind of attitudes, what kind of things really need to be present in your life in order to step into that path or to start that path. I should never say step into that path. It makes it seem like you've got a distance to go before you can start, and that's not really a true statement at all. You are in the spot where you start right now. It's whether or not you take that first step towards your goal, towards your dream. So make a decision. The 11 energy comes out again, the master number, and let's see. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act. If you know what it is you want to accomplish and why, since the powers of transformation are at your command, no Milo, visitor. Okay, down you go. Down you go. Since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, your goals into achievements. If you recently met with failure, know that you can change that failure into success. The only limits you have are those you impose on yourself. Okay, we'll get an animal. Of course, we'll do a Journey of Love card as well because it is a full moon energy. And we have the dragon, the supernatural, shows up here. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. I'm just going to hold that card up so you can really see it and look at it. Look at that. I can still read it too. So you can shapeshift at will. You can decide as of this moment in time, I used to be this person that did this. Going forward, I'm going to be this person doing this. Right? The 6 energy came in for a reason, to tell us to look at our habits, look at our behaviors, so that we can set the stage for our successes going forward. So we can, I used to always complain about, the news. And now, as of now, I'm not going to react to the news anymore. I'm going to react to my dreams, my goals, what's needed from me, where my focus lies. I'm going to think positive thoughts. I'm going to look for confirmation that I'm right too about having a positive thought, a realization, an aha moment, an epiphany. All those things are on the board. It is a very strong full moon for only having one small transit in it. So the card tried to flip out. All I could get was this little haze of pink. So I don't know if that'll be the card or not. But let's find out, shall we? Across the Waters, 23. Across the Waters, 23. Well, 23 energy is knowing that there is an energy larger than us, stronger than us, there to help us, there to lean on. Okay, Across the Waters. I'll read the poem first, and then we'll take it from there. Inhaling the soft scent of promised taste, the nectar moist upon my lips, I savor each sip across my tongue, dwelling in the moment's pleasure, warm and sweet. Bathed in tingling thirst, I find myself wanting you, wanting more. You are being called across the waters, as if crossing a bridge of light from one ocean to a far greater one. These waters are your emotional waters, holding your feelings, your attitudes, your expectations, your fears and doubts, as well as your hopes and dreams. And it can seem like so much to navigate. Sometimes our waters feel overcrowded, as if swarms of people were descending into the ocean on a sweltering hot day, hardly finding a place in the water to cool yourself. We can feel as though there's just no room for faith, for trust, for peace, for love. There's just too much happening in that water. We yearn for the cool, calm mountain lake, serene, giving, echoing a gentle dispensation of grace. You are being called across the waters, out from an overcrowded sea, into the cool spaciousness of the endless lake. So it's time to let go of some of the mental clutter, some of the attitudes, let go some of the thoughts. Ask for help and bathe yourself in the green and gold rays of the healing colors. Just imagine them cascading down around you and through you like a waterfall. It's a bit like you're moving to a new neighborhood in a cleaner, more spacious town. It might be a little unfamiliar at first, but soon enough you'll enjoy the difference. This oracle brings you a message. It's your time to think about something in a different light. Soon you will have a shift in perspective and a feeling of overwhelm, stress, and just too much going on will be replaced with the serene trust and peacefulness. Know that beneath even the most chaotic mind is a deep, quiet place of serenity within. Do whatever helps you dive deep to find it. Dance, take some rest, meditate, do yoga, write, paint, make love, make music. In that quiet serenity within, you'll be leaving unnecessary chaos behind, and you'll be presented with the gift of a new way forward. And that really sums up the entire energy of the reading from start to end, because I think I did talk a little bit about that at the very beginning. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.